Hello, I'm Daniel, and welcome to the Emunah Project. As of the date of this recording, it is a few days after the Jewish holiday of Passover. And continuing in our series of videos with respect to guidance and inspiration and encouragement, I want to hit again on a couple of concepts. One is bitachon, trust, and also patience. When someone starts connecting with the Creator, when someone starts connecting with God and praying, and oftentimes we ask the Creator for something in our lives, perhaps a better job, more income, more peace in the house, shalom bayis, whatever. Be patient. When you pray, when you daven for certain things in particular, and they don't happen right away, try to remember the Creator is not Santa Claus. Neither is he a short order cook. This is not like going to McDonald's and asking for something and expecting it right away. It takes time, and the waiting is part of the process. We need to not only have emunah, faith in God, but we also have to trust. This time, this period of waiting, it may be a little while. For some fortunate people, things happen right away. I don't know about you. I'm not so fortunate. Things take time. And also trust. Things will work out eventually. It may not work out the way you want it. It may not work out in the way that you're asking for it, but it will work out. Patience and trust. I also, in the aftermath of Passover, Pesach, I'm reminded of a story that Rabbi Nachman told about two men, homeless, no fixed address, wandering from town to town. In the old days, we would have called them tramps. One was Jewish, and one was a Gentile. One was not Jewish. So they're going from town to town, and begging a living here and there. And it occurs to the Jew that it's the first day of Passover, and they're getting to this village. And he tells his non-Jewish friends, he says, "Hey, this is Passover. People have wonderful meals and great things. Maybe we can get some food. Maybe we can get invited to a meal." And of course, the non-Jewish man says, "Yeah, but I'm not Jewish." The Jew says, "Hey, don't worry. You'll come with me. We'll go to a synagogue. I'll pass you off as a Jew. I'll give you one or two expressions. You'll smile and nod, and you'll get a free meal. It'll be really great. It's fantastic. Passover meal, there's nothing like it." This is what they do. They go into town late in the afternoon, the early evening. They go to the synagogue, and sure enough, they both get invited to two separate Seders, the second night of Passover. And so the friend says, after Passover, tomorrow, we'll get back together. You'll tell me how it went. Which is what happened. They get together, and the Jew was just elated. It was fantastic. He got wonderful food. He was treated very well. Meets his non-Jewish friend, and the guy is very upset. And the Jew says, "What happened?" He says, "This was one of the worst nights of my life. I get there, I'm starving. And what do they give me? A little piece of celery. I wait for forever. They're reading this stuff. They give me this cracker, and it's awful. And then just when I figure we're going to get something, they give me some lettuce stuffed with horseradish. I almost choke on this stuff. You Jews are crazy. I've never had the worst meal in my entire life." And of course the Jew just goes, "Oh, my goodness. If you just waited, if you just trusted what I was going to say, what I said to you, if you just waited through the time, if you just forced yourself through those bitter herbs, you would have had the best meal you've ever had." And from this, we learn a lesson about what we were just talking about. Patience and trust. Sometimes there's a long wait before you get what you ask for. Now, obviously, sometimes you never get it. But sometimes there's a long wait. It's part of the process. And sometimes God will embitter your life. He will give you, rather than whether the nice things you want, He will give you something very, very bad. Losing a job, a divorce, a death in the family, something very tragic. But remember the story of the two poor homeless tramps and the Passover Seder. The long wait. You'll get a piece of celery. You'll get a piece of matzah. It's not what you want. You're waiting forever. And just when you can't take it anymore, you're getting horseradish. You're getting bitter herbs. Don't be like the other guy. Don't be frustrated and walk out on God. Things will work out for the best. They may not work out in the way you want, but in the long run, things work out for the best. On behalf of the Emunah Project, I'm Daniel, and thank you too much.